another collab video. This collaboration is hosted by the marvelous Kim from A Girl and Her Phone. I'm going to put her fabulous channel link below, as well as a list of all the other participating channels in this collab. Now, what I do is when there's a really great collab like this is I make a file on my YouTube account and I stick all of these in there so that when I'm looking for one, I know exactly where to go. And these are going to be some great recipes. I love, love, love using my Instant Pot. So thanks, Kim, for inviting me. And also what I'm going to be making today is an apple butter. It's something that I can use while I'm on my starch solution, and I can top sweet potatoes, oatmeal, my little oat waffles that I make. I could add it to rice pudding. I mean, I could do so much with this. And a second plus is that it makes your house smell incredibly good during this holiday season. So pretty neat. I know you can do apple butter in a crock pot, but you know, doing it in this one and doing it a lot quicker is really good too. So I am really going to be using this again in the future. So anyway, let's get started. All right, everybody, let's get started. I've got about 5 pounds of apples. That's like 10 medium apples here. I've got an assortment of them, and this is a shot of the recipe in case you want to see it. It comes from one of my favorite cookbooks, Fix It and Forget It Instant Pot Cookbooks by Comerford. Now what I've got to do is I've got to peel, core, and slice these. And I've got, I could use my KitchenAid to do that, but you don't have to have one of those. You could just cut them in, I think, small slice pieces, and it should work just fine. This is what I'm going to use in here. Instead of a half a cup of brown sugar, I'm going to be using 2/3 of a cup, or 1/3 of a cup of maple syrup, pure maple syrup. I also have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, a pinch of salt, like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, tablespoon of vanilla extract, and 1/4 cup of water. And all of this is going to get thrown together. I'm going to have this recipe down in the description box. So let's get started. All right. Here's my little attachment. It's handy and dandy for the KitchenAid. Again, you don't have to have one of these things. It just makes it so much easier to have something like this. But I don't mind. I peel potatoes all the time and I chop them up and I use them that way too. You do the very same thing with apples. It will work the same. All right, so I used Fuji apples, and I also used about 3 Granny Smiths just to maybe tang it up. So I'm putting all my slices here in the Instant Pot, and I'm just going to add all of the other ingredients right on top. And you know, the recipe says to stir it. I actually forgot to stir it, but it didn't make a difference either way. It was absolutely amazing, and it was just fine. Probably want to stir it though, just to get the flavors really melded together. All right, I'm going to close the lid here. Make sure you've set your vent properly. And I am going to put it on, it's on manual pressure, but I'm going to be going all the way to an hour on the highest setting. So 60 minutes. All right, once the steam has released naturally and the little spigot goes down, you can open it up and look, it smells so amazing. I'm going to be using an immersion blender, or since it's hot, you need to work in small batches in a regular blender and just blend it up until it's smooth. Oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how this smells like the holidays. It is so wonderful. And here we are, voila. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. I'm just gonna let it cool here naturally before I put it in the refrigerator. This is an amazing topping for all kinds of things, or just as a dessert by itself. You're gonna really love it. I hope you try it. And again, thanks so much, Kim, for this collab. Really enjoyed myself. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.